Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk, it's the In Wheel Time car show. Today, coming to you from the In Wheel Time studios in beautiful Southwest Houston. Coming up, the mysterious Gina Schild Knowles with a big payout truck race coming up next Saturday at Houston Motorsports Park. She's going to talk about that. Mr. Mars reviews the 2021 GMC Yukon. We'll have the events calendar. We'll also have this week's auto news headlines. That and more just ahead on today's In Wheel Time car show. Howdy. Along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We need more Jeff Zekin.
Yep.
I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate it.
Jeff didn't get the black shirt memo.
No, I didn't.
Since the three of us are all dressed in
Yeah, but
black.
you're wearing a BG shirt. I'm wearing my In Wheel Time shirt.
I'm wearing an in-wheel time shirt.
Yeah, but it's not black. Do you have a black one?
I don't. No, I don't.
Well, that's a
Mr.
Mars
Mars,
issue.
that's a Mars issue because he supplies us with our sporting wear.
Sportwear.
And you order them from Queen? No, you order them from some local.
Well, the gray ones came from a local, trying to buy local.
Local,
No worries.
Neaterville local?
Well, Beaumont. I went to the big city of Beaumont.
The big city of
Took a day trip.
Yes, I did.
Wow. All right.
They got a feed store and everything.
From Petticoat Junction.
I'm telling you what.
That's Petticoat Junction.
With Billy Joe, Bobby Joe, and
Genie Joe.
Genie-
I don't know what it
How
was.
does the song go? Come take a little ride on the whatever.
Take a little ride.
well, you're
with
the
me.
musician.
I know. I don't know that one.
Well, is Gina with us?
She's working on it.
She's working on it
Working on
Yeah.
it.
Gina's late.
That's all right.
again. Well, at least, hey,
She's a
at
busy
least she's
lady.
working on it. Usually we can't even get a hold of her, so
Yeah, I
there's
know.
that.
She's a busy lady.
Yeah, you're
Not
going to
to-
have to ask her what she's doing today.
Oh, Lord. I'm afraid.
Oh,
Really?
Bobby Sue was the third
Bobby
one.
Sue.
Who came up with that?
Thanks, George.
Alan Presley on Facebook. He goes, it was Bobby Sue.
Bobby
Oh,
Sue.
thank you,
Thanks,
Alan.
Alan. We appreciate
Lovely.
our remote brain here.
We don't have Google. We've got
Alan.
We've got people.
Okay. I have an opportunity here to do something that I never really do.
Oh, boy. That's scary.
No.
While we're waiting
Send comments
for Her
to-
Highness to appear.
Her Highness.
Well, she's here.
Well,
she heard you.
Well, now she's just going to have to wait. Okay.
Now you have to wait,
Now,
Gina.
yeah,
Don's.
because- yeah. So you're just going to have to wait just a second here because I have something.
He's on a roll.
I am on a roll.
He's ordering more parts for his vet.
But while we're waiting for Don, as
But
he's
we're waiting on
sitting-
Don.
Let me just say this about that. And the fact is that I can only do one thing at a time. I can't think and talk at the same time.
And that's why you don't chew gum. It makes it hard to walk.
I've never been a gum chewer.
Hey,
See?
remember the campaign we had to free Britney?
Yeah.
And it worked. I just want to let everybody know it did work. So
Oh, well, Did they
great.
free
This
Britney?
is the
Yeah,
checkers game.
that is great. Yeah, we did. Did we? Well, they say that we did. I don't think that she's.
There.
There you go. The little train that is rolling down the tracks to the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
Forget about your cares. It is time.
Come
to
on, Conrad, let's do
relax
it.
at the junction.
So we have that.
Petticoat Junction.
And so, yeah, I think it's kind of appropriate to bring Gina Schild Knowles in now,
Let's go to
since we had to wait for her.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Petticoat Junction. This is your theme song, Gina. You'll have to play this at the track. Don will bring it, but we'll have to play this at the track.
I think that
Bring it,
that's a
Don.
great idea.
And with that, we have with
Gina
us now
Wanna
the
go to her?
famous Petticoat Junction.
Are we going to her?
Yeah,
Gina
let's
Schild
go.
Knowles.
Let's go.
Let's go.
There she
There
is.
she is.
Well, good. We've got a still. We got a still shot of your pretty face.
That's
So,
'cause
so
she's not moving very much.
no, she's not moving very much at all.
You're frozen.
Why are you doing that? Because you didn't put your makeup on and do your hair this morning?
I don't know how to get the camera to work, and I'm afraid to go back because I'm afraid I won't be able to get back in.
Yeah, don't touch anything. Don't touch
No.
anything. We'll just go with this.
We're glad you're with us.
Yes, no kidding.
Find the nearest 9-year-old.
How in the heck have you been?
Yes, true. Good. Good.
The first thing I have to ask you is, how did the Mobile International Speedway go as far as the Hurricane Ida?
We got a lot of bands of rain and some wind. It was not bad. It just lasted a couple of days of rain.
So no damage at the track.
No damage. Luckily,
That's
the
good
winds
news.
weren't bad at all. So.
Are you still over there, or are you back in town here?
No, I'm still in Mobile. We'll come home Monday.
Monday, okay.
Yep.
Well,
She has to come home Monday because next Saturday
Is dun dun dun.
Is the big truck
the big
race.
truck race. The
That's
second
right.
annual truck challenge with a $10,000 to win purse.
So Gina, I have to ask you, how many entries do you have so far?
Well, this is probably ridiculous, but I don't take pre-entries. I kind of get my finger on the pulse because I think that jinxes it. You know how racers are. I can't do things differently, but I know of a lot of new trucks that were being built. I've seen a lot of trucks that were sitting sell, people buying them. So I'm excited. Last year we had 26, and that was my guess. This year I'm thinking maybe 30 or 32. I hope.
Oh,
I don't
cool.
know how the Louisiana,
How they're going to be able to get out considering
impact
any of the damage from the hurricane.
Right, yeah.
And we're fading in and out with Gina.
And, on top of that, Conrad, the folks that have power to keep working on their vehicle, I'm sure they're more focused
Depends
on
on depends
their
on what
personal
part of
things.
Louisiana
Exactly.
they're in. I think the Lafayette area and west is fine on power. I think they talked about getting all the power back in Baton Rouge.
Well, Baton Rouge
I
was
think-
slightly affected.
Gina,
on
are
the
you
east side.
still with us?
I'm here.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
you were
can
kind
now.
of fading in and out
Yeah,
a
So
little bit.
the problem, another big problem is the gas, getting gas over
Yeah.
here in Mobile at Love's. So that's a lot of things there, the pumps, and half of them are out,
Oh, wow.
of gas.
Yeah, they
And
don't
I
have
think
any gas.
it
Yeah.
was, and everyone said that a lot of people are traveling from Louisiana and Mississippi out, have to travel far to come get gas. So that's what our concern is getting home. Where do we stop? So we might have to travel a little bit north and come back down.
Well, make sure that you leave there with a full tank of gas
Well,
and get on
leave-
the other side of
leave
New
with a full
Orleans.
tank of gas, and if you have an opportunity, get a couple of 5-gallon gas tanks and
I think that's what we're going to do.
take
We're
them
pulling
with
a
you so
trailer,
you can
we
get
have
through.
to.
Yeah.
Is Bo over there with you?
He is. He says hello.
Hello,
Tell
Bo.
tell him we said hello. And
He said about the full tank of gas he's driving, it will be full. I would definitely get on the road on E and not think about it. That would be one.
yes, we've learned that about you. You're a big risk taker.
Or you just get the Oklahoma credit card.
Now, let me ask you, let's go back to the race coming up here next weekend at Houston Motorsports Park. Is it strictly trucks next weekend?
No, sir. It's our regular lineup.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yes, the pro mods and everything. It's just the trucks will be the big feature for that night, and they'll be qualifying, individual qualifying.
Oh, okay. So they're going to qualify to learn their starting position in the field.
But
are you
everybody-
going to have a full? So if 36 trucks show up, is that how many you're going to put on the track for the feature race?
Well, no, I don't think we'll do all of them. That's a lot for that track, but that is Mason's call, our race director, Mason Mitchell. So they're toying with a number. I don't know what it is yet. I kind of let him, pick it. So
Well,
I'm thinking-
36 will make an extremely full
Track.
quarter-mile track.
Yeah. You're not gonna
Well,
get
it's a
speeds.
3/8
3/8
mile.
mile track.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So, well, that's good. So everybody's got a actual number to hit when they get there. Exactly how many trucks are going to be allowed in, that's going to be up to the race director. And I'm sure as well, you may think that there's 36 today, but I'm sure that there'll be some no-shows, especially out of Louisiana with what they're trying to deal with over there. Now,
Right.
that you also have trucks that come from as far as Florida, don't you?
We do. We have a few guys that come from Pensacola over there at Five Flags.
Well,
they come race with us.
For 10 grand, I'm not surprised that they're going to show up because
Yeah.
that kind of a purse is going to draw, it's going to draw people from a distance. So with a
Definitely. And we
10,000,
have 5,000 for second and 2,500 for third.
so are those
advanced. Vance likes to put the money on the winner, and racers like you to spread it out a little bit. So this year they said let's show some love for second and third too. So
no, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I think that's a good idea.
So we can get the in-wheel time truck entered, Mike.
Ooh.
Yes, who's driving?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we'll have Mars there. He'll be at the back of the field. It'll be kind of like a school bus race.
He'll be the anti-pace car.
Yeah, the anti-pace car.
Yeah, the guy that kind of cleans up behind the horses.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Back there.
The chase vehicle.
All right, so let's talk about the rest of the field. Now, these are NASCAR-style trucks, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah. So big V8 motors in them, and they go really fast, and these guys don't hold back at all. If they've got to tear it up to get up to the front, they're willing to take that chance.
They got the chrome horn
right.
to move you out of the way.
If anyone wants to check out some of the races, you can go to the YouTube page. We still have a lot of them up from last year. I think last year's the first annual truck challenge, Texas Truck Challenge, is posted. It's just NASCAR Gulf Coast on YouTube, and watch some of the racing.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about the other classes that you got.
We've got the CarQuest Pro Modifieds.
Yep.
They're always a great show too. We have the Outlaws.
Yep.
Those are the ones that look like the late models. We've got the Eco Stocks. NASCARs, I'm not sure if the NASCARs will be joining us. I know you like them, Don. I have not heard from them. And then let's see, Outlaws, Eco Stocks, and the Lone Star Legacies.
I like the Eco Stocks.
Oh yeah,
They're a blast.
Well, that's where
you're going to have those in Mobile next year.
Yeah, that's where your entry level driver is going to pop in.
That's right.
All you need is a helmet and maybe about $1,000 to go drive some beater, break all the glass out of it, kind of cage it out.
Well, yeah, you got to cage it out. I mean, it's got to meet the qualifications to get in, but
you can also sit in the stands and when someone wins or you see one you like, you can go claim it.
Claim it with cash.
Race?
Yeah.
Hold my beer. Watch this.
Is it $1,500?
Man, we changed it. But what's the Eco claim? I think it's 22. We had to raise it a little because of
So $2,200.
Inflation.
I was that close to having a race car.
Biden has raised the price of everything.
Listen, we can do one of those GoFundMe accounts for you.
Yeah. See if we can get $2,500 because we need some gas.
I want to buy the teal-colored Oldsmobile Supreme that races an Eco Stock.
You would.
And the guy would probably happily sell it because it's usually around the back.
And the other thing too, Gina, is that I think is a big draw is the fact that it's dollar beers and dollar hot dogs. And listen, 2 of those hot dogs and 1 beer for me, and I'm good for the night.
Yeah, they're good stuff.
$3. You're a cheap date.
Yes, I am.
He's been told that many times.
And he's easy. He's cheap and easy.
Well, and you know what I really like about it, I've been going to all the races now for a few years, and Gina, for some reason, says, well, you just get down there and you do the winter interviews, and she's kind of left me on my own to go down there and mess it all up. But I get down there and do the winter interviews, which I truly enjoy. But the crew that she's got out there at the track.
Professionals.
And
very top notch.
Yep. It starts with her and her husband, Bo, and then there's Mason, the son, and he's the race director. So everybody is familiar with how things run out there. And then there is Denny, and he's the guy that does all of the inspections and makes sure everybody's on the up and up.
That's right. And he used to race quarter midgets with my dad when they were, I think, like 5 and 6 and 7 years old.
I have to tell you that I think it was the last time that I was out there, I said, I'm going to go and shake his hand because he used to race at Myers Speedway back in the day.
Yeah,
he did.
And I went in there and I introduced myself, and he looked at me like, you're coming in here to introduce yourself to me? Well, hi, how are you? It's nice to meet you. I don't know who the heck you are, and it's okay. I mean,
I was the kid up in the stand selling pops.
Yeah, 25 cents ice cold soda waters.
Get out of my shop.
Yeah,
his uncle was M.J. Burton. You watched him race.
Oh, is that? Yes, that's it. Yes, exactly. Yep. And so, it's a great family, and Gina's put together a great cast of characters out there that make this thing run, and it runs smoothly. And
it's entertaining because between races, you guys are out there throwing stuff in the stands, getting the driver interviews. It's not like you kind of sit there twiddling your thumbs between races.
And there's
you have some activity in between.
And there's no great big, huge, long, prolonged kind of intermission thing.
It's
no
hey,
downtime.
Man,
let's get it on and get it over with.
Y'all are making me sweat tremendously with this racer, superstition. Y'all are saying all this, and I'm like starting to sweat, thinking, "Oh man, we gotta hold it out."
No, we're not going to change.
So, are you going to have the CAF flyover again?
We're working on that. We will. We still have that relationship. They had some changes going on this year, and I think the fuel pricing kind of hit them hard. But we're gonna have 2 or 3 man flyover this race.
Well, maybe you can get Don to do his helicopter.
No, that ain't going to happen because I don't want to be working.
Well,
I want to be working.
You don't have to be working. Just have them come fly over and show the crowd.
No, it doesn't work that way, but thank you for asking. Well, Gina,
I wish you would, Don.
So do we. We want them to.
We could tie an in-wheel-time banner on the back of it. Like they do those little banners.
No, that does not work with a helicopter, and I'm not getting in it with something hanging off the back end of it.
Man.
No. You apparently don't know how that works.
Bungee drop. Let's do the stunt.
Yeah.
A bungee drop.
Well, you have to have a race on Thanksgiving weekend, and you can do the turkey drop like KRP's.
Right, a bunch of frozen turkeys.
And Bo can be Les Nessman on the ground.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Sorry, Bo.
Y'all are terrible.
Oh, Lord. Gina, I don't know what it is, but, when I get together with you, the wheels seem to come off of this conversation. But we do have a good time, don't we?
Yes, we sure do. Always.
And everybody have a good time when they come to the races next Saturday, because that is it's a great family event. It's inexpensive to get in. It's tons of fun, and you are geared for some kids as well.
It's racing.
Yeah, well,
who doesn't love racing?
Well, and
That's right.
it's very family friendly, and there's always tons of kids there, and they're always having fun doing whatever it is that whether they're watching races or they're playing on the hill with the other kids. It's a good time for everybody.
Yep.
Good, safe place. Well, Gina, thank you so much for joining us. Drive safe when you come back on Monday, and we look forward to seeing you next Saturday night.
That's right. Gates open at 5, and the racing starts at 6.
All right, hon. Well, y'all take care. Thank you so much, and we'll talk. Huh? Did she say goodbye?
I think she did.
Okay.
We're gonna. Yes, she did.
Okay,
good.
With
that.
She did now.
Hey, I guess it was the Petticoat Junction thing that got the thing off on the right foot.
So is that Gina? Is that Gina Joe?
Gina Joe.
Gina Joe.
And Bojo.
And Bojo. Oh, gosh.
Hey, I want to remind you that you can always get in touch with us by and send your hate mail to info@inwheeltime.com. Time now for the events calendar, and I would imagine that the next weekend's race would be an event.
Yep. On next Saturday on 9/11 is going to be the second annual truck challenge. $10,000 paid to the winner, $5,000 to the second place, and $2,500 to third place. Track opens up at Houston Motorsports Park. Track opens at 5. Racing begins at 6. Generally, you guys are kind of done and out of there and clear by 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, at the latest.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's where everybody's out. So generally, things kind of end around 9-ish or so.
9:30.
So it's, again, very family-friendly. $1 beer, $1 Cokes, $1 hot dogs. It's well worth the trip. Load the family up and move to Petticoat Junction.
Yeah.
And then also next Saturday on the 18th is going to be the Cruisers Charity Show for the Lone Survivor Foundation up at Rudy's Barbecue on 249 in Tomball. Also on the 18th is Cars and Coffee in Beaumont, Texas.
All right.
Hey.
Cole's Crossing Cars and Coffee at the park, and that's off Barker Cypress. That's on the 18th. And then again on the 18th is the Hot Wheels Legends Tour.
Uh-oh.
And that's an online event. I posted a link on our website. And then again, every Saturday night, Nifty 50s up at Grogan's Mill in the Woodlands. Kima Car Meet as well. And then tomorrow is Tomorrow is the Woodlands Cars and Coffee for a Cause. Starts at 6:30 a.m., goes to 10:30 a.m. And again, that's at 9595 Six Pines Drive in the Woodlands.
All right.
And let's see, Tailpipes and Tacos on the 18th. And Woody's Waterfront
on the 25th.
On the 25th. So this is our last show in here for a month.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Till
the first weekend in October.
Yep.
Where are we next weekend?
Next weekend is the Hemi Hideout.
Oh.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Cool.
Didn't you not know that?
Do you read the emails?
Not from you.
Neither does anybody else.
Got you blocked.
Yeah, we just kind of do our own thing and let him over there in Neaterville do his thing.
Black shirt notification.
Yeah, it was in the same email as that.
That's it. All right, time now for this hour's car review. Mr. Mars had a chance to drive the 2021 GMC Yukon.
Yes, sir. We're talking about a full-size SUV here. In fact, it's one of the few truck-based SUVs that are still out there on the market. Everybody's kind of going to that CUV thing. You can get it in 4 trim levels for 2021. You can get it in SLE, an SLT, and the AT4 is now a trim level, full-blown. And, of course, you can step up all the way to the Denali. So the AT4 is the kind of off-road package, and that's the one that we were driving this time. It's fully redesigned for 2021, so it's 6.1 inches longer. And so it makes it a lot bigger, gives a lot more interior.
AT4, all-terrain four-wheel drive?
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
But it is badged as strictly as an AT4. They don't have to spell it all out. So, but it's also got a lower load floor, and so you end up with 122.9 cubic feet of cargo space in this thing because it's really gotten bigger with that 6.1 inches. Anyway, so up front, you're going to find a big grille. It's surrounded by LED lighting system up front. In the back, because we had the AT4, we've got a few extra options on it. Like up front, you're going to find some red recovery hooks that used to be called tow hooks. It's got the retracting running boards, which really work well in this vehicle because of the height, partially due to the big 20-inch wheels that it's rolling on. It's had the hands-free power liftgate, which is a nice thing to have. And has the dual pane sunroof. I mean, this almost opens up the whole roof line. And it really does give it a lot of extra look. It really looks bigger. So you get inside, you got the leather seating. The front bucket seats are heated and ventilated. The second row bucket seats are also heated. And they fold and slide. We've got a picture coming up here to show. And that really helps getting into that third row. It just makes it a lot easier, and that 6.1 inches, that's where you're really going to find where you're going to come into that. And we got the head up front. I was really impressed with the multicolor heads-up display unit. It has a lot of information on it, a lot of different colors, makes it a lot easier to read. Had the 10.2-inch infotainment screen in the middle for the GMC infotainment system. We had the rear seat media system, so we had so there's a picture of how you can get into the third row. A lot easier on this vehicle whenever you got that extra length. The 12.6-inch touchscreens on the back of the front seats are how they've got the infotainment system set up. And we have, of course, the surround view camera so that we can see everything around us. Now, to push this thing along, 5.3-liter V8 up underneath the hood. That's your only power choice for this AT4.
There's no choice.
No choice. 355 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque. Backed by a 10-speed automatic, so you can end up with 8,200-pound towing capacity on this vehicle.
Which is sufficient.
Oh, it's more than sufficient, yeah. So the EPA says in the city you should be looking for about 16 miles to a gallon. On the highway, 20. Combined, 18. You can get that 20 if you really work on it out on the highway. I don't work on it that hard. I ended up with 17 for the time that I had it. And there's plenty of power here for this vehicle. You know, there is a bigger engine if you go up to the Denali, but this is more than sufficient. One of the things that helps in the ride and handling, it's got a new independent rear suspension under it. And it's got the magnetic ride control option. We also had
that independent rear suspension makes a completely different vehicle out of this.
Absolutely.
And it is so nice. And why didn't they do that decades ago?
Cost,
and plus they thought they had to have all the heavy-duty stuff up
and
under
then where's the market? You know, the market for the SUVs wasn't calling for IRS. After a couple of others did independent rear suspension on theirs, GM followed.
Well, and again, you got and you add into that the magnetic ride control and the optional air ride adaptive suspension that we had, and it really makes a big difference in the way the vehicle drives.
That thing is awesome.
And if you're looking for something to compare it to, you might look at the Nissan Armada that starts at $50,095. The Ford Expedition is up around $51,690, or the Toyota Sequoia that starts at $51,565.
Those are all starting prices, my friend. Don't let that.
They are starting, and you can get this particular Yukon. You can get it in a starting price of $51,995, so it's right there in that range, and then you start optioning up, such as the AT4 base price for the vehicle that we had, the trim level we had, is $64,800. And then you add a couple of more options on top of that, and you end up with an MSRP as tested at $74,960 for really. It is a big driving vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you want big people and you want to put big loads in it.
And this is the Yukon.
This is the
not
Yukon.
the Yukon XL. So this is not the largest version they have.
That's right. This one's just 6 inches bigger than it was last year.
Which is much larger than it was last year.
And again, you really see that difference in the interior and getting into that third row.
Well, I'll tell you, GMC is doing a good job because they're starting to offer more and more packages available. So yesterday I'm driving up on the north side somewhere, and I pull up next to this truck, and on the back it says Harley Davidson. Mm-hmm. It's a Harley Davidson version, which would typically have been what brand?
Ford.
Yeah.
GMC truck.
Well, Harley Davidson would have been Ford and Lincoln.
No, it was Ford sold a Harley Davidson branded vehicle. This was a GMC truck. It was a 2022 GMC full-size crew cab pickup truck that had Harley Davidson emblazoned across the back, wheels, branding from GM. So somehow GMC stole the Harley Davidson from Ford and is now selling a Harley Davidson branded pickup truck. Very, very good-looking truck. So I was quite surprised to see.
I haven't seen that. I'm kind of wondering. Is it factory or
is it aftermarket?
No, it looks like it's factory because the badging and stuff is too perfect. I've taken a couple of pictures of it.
Interesting.
I'll show you
it is
after.
interesting.
I was very surprised.
Well, Ford dropped that several years ago.
Yeah. Well, and the Ford Harley Davidson trucks were actually very cool because a lot of them had that supercharged engine.
Yes, they did.
And they had a very nice interior.
Oh, very, very nice. Yeah. So GMC's moving up.
We're trying anyway. Of course, they can't. They don't make them because they
can't get the chips.
Yeah, microchip shortage. Hey, the In Wheel Time Car Show streams on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts are available from your favorite podcast provider and available with the new version every day of the week except Saturday when we are live. The In Wheel Time Car Show continues right after this quick break.
Let me tell you about a locally owned and operated group of dealerships called Bayway. Bayway owner Daryl Wisniewski is born and raised right here, and he knows Houstonians better than anyone. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Bayway Lincoln, and Bayway Chevrolet are managed by Lincoln Stahl. And when you get to know these guys, you'll want to become part of the Bayway family too. Feel good that you're part of Houstonian-owned Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.com, BaywayChevrolet.com, and BaywayLincoln.com. Remember the name, Bayway. Tailpipes and Tacos, Houston's premier monthly car cruise-in, returns Saturday, September 18th at 2 Loopy Tortilla Mexican restaurants in Katy and inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway near Kirby. Tailpipes and Tacos is free and everyone's invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods at 2 locations. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at the Loopy Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 in Katy, and inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway near Kirby. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Loopy founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise-in, Tailpipes and Tacos, inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway in Kirby, and in Katy on the Grand Parkway just south of I-10, where you'll see the In Wheel Time Car Show. Get your ride ready, and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise-in, September 18th, 8 to 11 a.m., weather permitting. Gulf Coast Auto Shield has moved to a more convenient location. Now you can visit John Gray and his staff of dedicated professionals at their new shop on the South Sam Houston Parkway between Belford and Airport in Southwest Houston. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is the best at paint correction and ceramic coatings. Clear bras and custom wraps are specialties that only Gulf Coast Auto Shield installs with award-winning accuracy, and all their services come with a warranty. Lamborghini, Aston Martin, Porsche, and Ferrari owners depend on Gulf Coast Auto Shield for their specialty services, and you should too. The in-wheel time Corvette and Cutlass have both been massaged by Gulf Coast Auto Shield, so isn't it time your vehicle visit their new shop in Southwest Houston? Call John Gray today at 832-930-5655 or visit online at gcautoshield.com. That's gcautoshield.com. Paint, coatings, wraps, and more at gcautoshield.com. That's it for this podcast episode of the In-Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.